This is Robert Goodman for Positive Strokes. I'm glad you have a moment, 10 to 12 minutes, to sit down and listen to a little bit about recovery and situations that might help you in your recovery. I want to talk about rigorous honesty. You know, when I'm using and abusing, I'm lying to myself, I'm lying to everybody, I'm doing whatever I have to do to get my drugs and alcohol. I lie to myself that I'm okay. I lie to myself that I look good. I lie to myself that my life is okay. I lie to people to get my money. I lie to people, to the dope man saying I'm going to pay you when I'm not going to pay you. I'm trying to get me some dope because I want to get high. I lie to everybody. But then I come into recovery and they tell me I have to find a new way of living, a new way of life. I have to be honest in all my affairs. So that means I must change my behavior. I have to be honest with myself, with Robert, in order to get this thing called recovery. I have to be honest about my feelings and what I'm feeling. I have to be honest with myself, what I did to myself and what I did to my loved ones. I have to be honest so I can be open minded and have a willingness to look at myself honestly and know that I wasn't a good person. I must look at myself honestly and say that the reason why my loved ones don't trust me, that don't want me to come around, is because of what I did. I cannot sugarcoat or make things small, look small in the things that I did and the people I harmed. Rigorous honesty will save my life. Rigorous honesty will save my life. I have to be honest with myself. I have to be honest and willing to not drive the car no more because when Robert drives the car, he crashes and burns every time and loses just about almost everything. When I drive the car, I hurt people for money. So I must have an opportunity to have the insight that I have to be honest in all my affairs. Wait a minute. I've been living this way for 20, 30 years. Easy. Why do I got to change now? It's been working. What have your lies and your manipulation and the pain that you gave others get you? But in a treatment center, no. Something to think about. So as I got clean and sober and was being honest with myself, I found out I did not like who the hell I was. I began to feel the pain that I gave people for my abuse and use of alcoholism and drugs. I come to realize that all I wanted to do was to smoke some dope at any means necessary. I had to be honest that I didn't want to pay my car note because it was cutting in on my dope supply. I didn't want to pay the rent because it was cutting in on my dope supply. I didn't want to put food on the table because it was cutting in on my dope supply. I didn't want to go rob Walgreens, Target, Safeway, Albertsons, or whatever. But I had to because I wanted some more dope. Being honest with myself gives me an opportunity to look at myself and want to change my behavior. Me being honest with myself gives me an opportunity to be transparent and look at why did I start to use drugs in the first place? What caused me to pick up drugs in the first place? What was Robert running from that was too painful for him to deal with, where he wanted a quick relief by smoking some dope? These are the questions I had to ask myself honestly. And I got them answers. Yeah, I got those answers. And when I got them, I cried like a baby. Because now I wasn't medicating myself anymore. Now I am feeling the pain that I suppressed for so long that it just overwhelmed me. And I didn't cry for 5 or 10 minutes. We're talking about hours off and on. Because I had that pain embedded to me for so long, that I medicated myself for so long, that I reattached myself from the pain so I wouldn't feel it. But now that I look at the pain and I'm not medicated anymore, and I'm being honest with myself, all these feelings came out. I didn't know what to do when they came. I couldn't control it. I couldn't stop it. They were flowing like you're turning a faucet and the water just runs. But after the fact, when it was said and done, when it was all over, it sounds like I had 100,000 pounds lifted off of me. I finally could see the light at the dark tunnel. I finally understood why Robert got high in the first place. Me being honest with myself got me an opportunity to know who the hell Robert was and why Robert acted the way he did. This information that I got saved my life. I'll say it again. This information that I got saved my life. Because now I know what I need to do to address the problem that I never did address. Recovery is a beautiful thing, but it's a hard road. The reason why it's a hard road is because Robert had to look at himself, not for who he wanted to be, not who he was trying to present himself to be, but who he really was. And he had to accept that. Yes, I did. And the most hardest thing was to forgive myself. Because I never forgave myself. And I had to do it over and over again until I meant it, until I could feel it, that I forgave myself. Now, I'm a new creature. What's left? I have to learn to live a new life without the abuse and the use of alcohol and drugs. I know a little, and I always will know a little. I'll stay humble so I can stay teachable. I will attend meetings, 12-step meetings, so I can learn something that may help me along in my recovery. I may have someone walk through me with the 12 steps in the program so I learn a little bit more about myself and get rid of some damage and some pain that I'm still carrying. I realized that once I opened the book of my pain and my past, I have layers and layers and layers and layers of pain and misery that I have to overcome, that I have to process, and have to learn how to accept my past. That's why I understand that this is a lifelong process. Once I clean the past records, I got to make sure I don't make no new records. So I have to check myself each and every day. I hope you got something out of this message. I just know a little. I'm just another recovering addict giving information. I'm not a therapist. I'm just another human being that destroyed his life for 40 years. And I don't want to destroy it anymore, and I don't want you to destroy it anymore. Your family, we love you. We want to embrace you. Come on in. The doors are open. Like I always say, drugs made me a dope. But now I got hope because I ain't a dope anymore. Because I'm learning how to stay sober, clean, living in recovery. You have a great day.